One part that was disappointing to me was the audit was done in August, the response from the department was done in September, and we as a commission, which is the head of the department, didn't hear about this until mid-December. And I would hope that when we have things where there are issues, that they're brought to the attention of the Commission Center.
Well, I'll answer for that, sir. It's we have a lot of editing that we go. We have a lot of roundtable where we have to go back and forth on findings and make sure we're accurate, and also consider the management's response, and that has delayed some of this. But absolutely, if we felt that there was misconduct or anything illegal occurring, it would have been brought to the attention of the Chief of Police and the Police Commission much sooner. That was not the case. And so that's why there was somewhat of a delay. Plus, there was a few adjustments in reorganization prior to this last one. So that I'll take responsibility for that. But absolutely, if there was something critical that we felt that needed to be brought to the attention of the Chief of Police, that would have been brought to the Chief immediately. However, this was a system audit. We felt that the system was broken down, and we had to make sure that we were accurate so that we could make the fixes that we had to. And we took immediate action with the ATSB notice that went out, was working on the manual right away, and bringing it to the attention of the bureau chief and my boss.
I appreciate that. I certainly appreciate your taking responsibility, but I guess I don't understand on the editing piece and I certainly appreciate that you want to make sure the information is accurate and that the responses are accurate and appropriate. But that's part of why I get confused, is because the audit itself is dated August 5th and the management response is dated September 15th. This is now the middle of December. So is there an editing response function going on between the management response and now? If it is, I'd like to understand what that is. I
have several levels of reviews. It will be in my shop, and the September 15th would be when it was in September. It would have been when this was completed, but it still has 2 levels to go. It has to go to my boss, has to go to what was Risk Management Bureau, and there may be some concerns, some editing, some questions that we need to resolve, and that may end up being some more research, some more looking into the addendum, making sure that our numbers are right, and then going back up to my boss, and then up to the Chief of Police, and then to the Police Commission's agenda.
I'd be surprised that this would not be perceived as more of a serious problem, and the magnitude, because to hear that the Chief of Police wasn't advised of it until just recently, it surprises me, because it is a serious problem. I think we all agree that it's the type of thing that you can't allow to continue, right? Because it can get worse if you're lax, and that there's a strong commitment to fix it. But it does. I've not heard anyone who hasn't felt there was a significant lapse of business practices. No ill intent, you don't need to put in that, but it was certainly a lack of that and a lack of oversight. It's a significant issue, so I was surprised that it would not be elevated to the chief. So,
Commissioner, let me speak to that, to take this off Jody a little bit. I think that at a normal course of business, you're absolutely right. But you have to remember this audit occurred during the transition between Chief Bratton and myself, and I know that it was very hard for audit division and Mr. Chaleff to decide who to make contact with, and that there is some delay because of that transition. So you won't see the audits take this long to get to you again. That we can easily fix that.
And I'd just like to say, I don't keep things in my shop and not let my boss know what's going on, and or the person that's responsible, they know immediately. So the report itself, like I said, thank you, Chief.
Right, and I think it's important to say what we all know, and that's in any large organization, no matter how hard you try and how much effort you put into something, everything is not always going to go perfectly for a sustained period of time. Right? So that we have the systems to find out where there are problems and we correct that. And by the way, just for the record, Captain, it never even occurred to me that it stopped with you.